Hello everyone, my name is Parker Graham. I'm the founder and CEO of Finotta. With me today is Frank Luce, one of our awesome software engineers. And today, we're gonna use 7 minutes to show you 2 examples of how our embedded platform, Personified, can drive revenue and increase the profitability of your digital channel. You heard that right, I didn't stutter. Revenue, real revenue, finally coming from the digital branch. And we're gonna use real user stories from our current rollout to 200,000 in users. Now, fair warning, these user stories are emotionally heavy, but they do drive home just how impactful we can be within minutes of implementation. Let's start with our first one, Charlie. I've been living paycheck to paycheck my entire life, and I'm done with that, but I don't know what to do. All I want to feel is safe and secure with my finances. Charlie's a 28-year-old employee of one of our partner FIs, and he just wants what we all want. He wants to feel safe and secure with his finances. Now, I'm sure some people are coming to your mind right now, for those of you that are FIs out in the audience, of customers that you have that are feeling this same pain. And with that weight every single day, Charlie finally gets a notification from your FI telling him that there is a saving grace. He's now got a new feature in his mobile application that's gonna help guide his financial journey. And we can get there by clicking the menu and selecting the financial journey guide. Now, what's happening here as we wait for it to load is you're gonna see a journey selector. And for Charlie, he's gonna select the emergency fund journey path. And once he clicks continue, Personified's gonna go to work, starting to find solutions to the needs, to the problems that he currently has. You're gonna get a little teaser of gamification here. Unfortunately, 7 minutes is not enough time to go into our platform fully, so you're not gonna get to see the financial health leveling system that we have, or really how we use gamification on a more regular basis. For today, we're just gonna purely stick to the revenue generation side of things. The next thing for Charlie to do is to aggregate some accounts if he wants to. And for this scenario right here, we're gonna go ahead and click no, because at this point we've all seen a Plaid or an MX aggregator before, right? Jumping into the user experience here, you can tell that this is radically different than what he just saw in the previous home screen, right? And Charlie's eyes are immediately driven to this take action section. Now, the take action section in our environment is actually our personalized financial guidance technology, or PFG for short, and its whole entire goal is to drive this user and give them step-by-step instructions on what to do with their money in this journey to get through it as efficiently as possible. And lucky for Charlie, he's got a recommendation right here. We're gonna ask him to link his emergency fund, and unfortunately, Charlie doesn't have one, so we're gonna say no, and give him a little bit of bite-sized information as to why he needs one. And the best part about this is it's gonna be for an emergency fund or a savings account at your institution. And as Frank's going through the onboarding process here, within a few pages, Charlie's going to finally have that savings account ready to go live at the core within a matter of moments. Not to be outdone by that, but right after that is done, as we wait for it to load, isn't technology beautiful? There we go. We're not only able to open the account, but we're also able to self-fund the account. And with our users, more often than not, that money didn't come from another account at the current FI, it came from a competitor. You're gonna see a little bit more gamification here, celebrating Charlie for doing these awesome things and making smart money decisions. And I really wanna hit home on something real quick. What we just did is actually really massive. Even though it only took a matter of moments, we've done 3 things that are greatly important to your FI. Number 1, we opened, onboarded, and funded an account within minutes of interaction. Number 2, we brought money from a competitor, increasing your share of wallet. And last but definitely not least, we increased the profitability of this user. And that's just the first use case, the emergency fund. Think about how many different users you have that are currently sitting here with this journey, with this revenue opportunity, with this need, and all you need is us. Moving on to the next journey, you all might be thinking, wow, that's actually really cool, that's pretty interesting, but it's probably just for those people that are used to using their phones a lot, like those millennials or Gen Zers. I really want you to think again. This is Margaret's story. My student loans cost more than my house. I didn't really know what I was doing when I was in college, and so when I say I'm gonna pay $500 a month for the rest of my life, I mean it. Wow, $500 a month forever. That's a really hard pill to swallow as a millennial myself, let alone being a single mom in her 50s with 3 kids. It's even harder, even a tougher pill to swallow for you to expect to really help her in your digital channel the way that it sits today. That's actually until you work with us. Because you see, while this is a sad story, after onboarding like Charlie, Margaret gets a recommendation to do a student loan refinance with one of our third-party partners. We actually have a suite of third-party partners behind us that act as gap fillers for you and your users. When you don't want to provide a product, say a student loan refi or a credit card product or whatever you may have, they come in and act as the gap filler, the customer gets the product, and you and I, we split revenue, non-interest-bearing income to be exact. So for this, all she has to do is click the recommendation to get into it. We give her a little bit of bite-sized information as to why she should do this. And to really skip through all the boring loan approval process stuff, we're gonna skip ahead to the approval screen, showing Margaret exactly what she's gonna be doing. Right here, right now, we can save her $150 a month in your environment. And by clicking here, we're gonna celebrate with her a little bit again, and we're gonna go back to the home screen and show you a little bit of what this actually did to her in her financial vitals section of our technology. As we click here, you're gonna see we increased cash flow for this customer. We also decreased DTI, and we saved her $150 a month. We put that back in her pocket, and we is us and you, and she's never gonna forget that. You wanna talk about customer loyalty? That's radical change right there. Now, again, it's simple. What we wanna do here, plug us into your digital channel, and let us go to work making it a revenue-generating machine. Right now, we're fully onboarded with Q2 with many other digital channels behind them, and we actually won their Innovative All-Stars Award contest this summer as one of their top startups to watch. And we're already producing revenue for our FIs. So if radically changing the way that you produce revenue as an FI and affecting the way that you make money for your customers, come find us. I'm the tall, big, bald guy, or one of my teammates at our booth today. We'd love to chat with you about Personified. Thank you.